Hello everyone, welcome to SAM IELTS YouTube channel. Well, this channel is actually dedicated to the ambitious people. If you are someone who want to settle down in Canada either for work or for studies, you have to clear the IELTS exam. IELTS exam is the International English Language Test where you need to clear this exam and it is a mandatory document. Well, the other sector of people who are interested to learn English from the basic level to the advanced level also subscribe to our channel so that your English proficiency would be better. Well, today's topic is all about the IELTS speaking part 1. I'm going to share you few tips and few phrases that you can actually use in the IELTS speaking part 1 in order to impress the exam. Well, at the end of the day, IELTS is the exam, so you need to get clear with the exam. So, the important phrases that you have to learn, memorize and try to use your daily conversations in order to get the higher band. Without further delay, let's deep dive into today's topic. Step number 1, what you need to do to get band 7 plus in the IELTS speaking exam. Step number 1, you need to be calm, composed and confident. Yes. This is the step number 1 that you need to use when you are going for the IELTS exam. Because when you have a lot of stress, your English will not be very clear and the IELTS examiner may not be able to listen to your words carefully. The next important step is that your rate of speech. Your rate of speech should be in a moderate level because if you try to speak too fast, then you may miss out certain words and the examiner may not listen to your words properly. Thereby, your marks will be declined. So, your rate of speech should be always moderate. Remember that. From the beginning of the exam to the end of the exam, your speed should be slow and steady in order to get band 8 plus in the IELTS speaking exam. Well, these are all important tips that you need to follow to get band 8 plus in the IELTS speaking exam. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to discuss about the few important phrases that you can actually use to impress the examiner. Remember, the speaking part 1 is all about the general questions. General questions in the sense the everyday activities. Do you like cooking? Do you like watching TV? Do you like color? Something of this sort. So, it is more or less you need to answer either yes or no or usually or sometimes. These are all the 4 different words that you can actually use in the exam to express your opinion. So, you need to understand that the synonyms of these kind of words. So, for the yes, I have certain set of synonyms. Even though you know the synonyms, you can make a note of it so that you can actually use in the IELTS exam. So, the synonyms for yes: I agree, for sure, indeed, absolutely, without a doubt. These are all called as the synonyms that you can actually use to replace the word yes. So, use these words instead of the word yes. Try to remember these words and use in your daily conversations. Well, there are certain set of phrases that you can actually use in the IELTS exam. These are called as the subordinate clauses that you can actually use with the main clause. Which means, if you want to say yes, there should be certain words should be adjoined to the word. So, what are those words? I am going to describe those words. So, you are going to tell to the examiner, yes, I love it. So, your word is that I love it. So, if you are telling to the examiner, yes, I know this very well. So, you need to have certain set of words and the words are following below. Yes, I have a knack for it. Yes, what I love about it was. Yes, this is absolutely worthable for me. So, use these phrases as the adjoint phrases with the word yes. If you use these phrases, your band will be increased multifold. Well, let's deep dive into question type number 2. See, in the IELTS speaking part 1, there are certain questions the examiner will ask you, are you good at cooking? Which means the examiner is asking your proficiency level. So, you need to tell either yes or no. So, what do you have to tell? Yes. The first answer is yes. So, the adjoint clause that you can use along with this yes is that. So, the answer is yes and you are saying to the examiner that I am very good at it. So, how to say that? So, you are going to tell that yes, I have a knack for it. Or yes, what I love about it was. So you are going to tell the examiner, yes, I can't get enough of it. These kind of phrases actually impress the examiner to get you band 8 plus in the speaking exam. Well, I have discussed one type of question which is called as the yes. So if you want to say the yes, replace the yes with the synonyms as well as replace the second sentence with the adjoint clause which I had discussed earlier. The second type of answer that you usually tell to the examiner is no. Well, no is not a very good word in the IELTS exam. We use it quite often in your day-to-day conversations. However, for the word no, you can actually replace the word with, it's not my cup of tea. No, I'm hopeless at it. Not at all. Not really. I'm afraid. That's not the way I see it. These are all some of the synonyms that you can actually use in the word no. So, don't use the word no plainly. Instead, use these phrases to replace as the synonyms for the word no. Well, these are the second type of answer that you usually give to the opinion questions, which is usually discussed in the IELTS speaking part 1. Let's move on to the third type of answer that you usually give in the IELTS exam. The word is usually. Yes. So, instead of saying the word usually, you can say that every now and then. For the word usually, you can use more often than not. I'll repeat it again, more often than not. So, when the examiner is asking you the question, for example, do you want to go out for a walk? Well, in my opinion, more often than not, I prefer to go out for a walk in the evenings, which means usually. So, instead of saying the word usually, you are going to replace this with a synonym. Right. So, if you use these kind of words, then automatically you can easily impress the examiner. Well, what is the other type of answer that you can give in the IELTS speaking part 1? This IELTS speaking part 1 also have the word sometimes. Yes. Do you prefer to play with children? Sometimes. So, instead of saying the word sometimes, you can usually use the alternative words such as every now and then, once in a while. These are all some of the common phrases that you can actually use to replace the word sometimes. Well, use these alternate phrases to get band 8 plus in the IELTS speaking exam part 1. Sometimes you will not be interested or agreeing with the examiner's question. So, instead of saying no, you can say never. So, the never is the word that is not preferable in the IELTS exam. So, you can use this word, I'm a bit interested in. Not for the love of money. So, the examiner is asking you some questions, some kind of opinion question. Would you prefer to be a celebrity in future? No, not for the love of money, which means I'm not interested. So, you can use these words, which is never. So, instead of no is a different word, never is a different word. If you are saying no, you are saying no, I'm not agreeing with it. If you say never, I don't like it, which is a very stronger phrase than no. So, you have to be very careful in answering your question. You want to say either no or never. So, choose your answer accordingly. Remember, all these phrases will really help you in speaking. These speaking phrases will not only help in the IELTS exam but also in your day-to-day conversations. So, when you want to prepare for the IELTS exam, take a note of it, all these kind of phrases, have them memorized, and according to the conversation, you just practice daily along with the mirror practice. These practice sessions will help you to enhance your IELTS speaking score. So, if you are someone who want to really clear the IELTS with band 8 plus in the first attempt itself, then you can approach www.samielts.in or our team WhatsApp number 90431408444. Last type of answer that you will actually give in the IELTS speaking part 1 is that I'm very serious about it, which means I'm keen on that. So, in all seriousness, so, do you like coffee? In all seriousness, I can't get enough of it, which means I'm very serious about it. I prefer coffee. So, what is the other alternative word that you can say to express that I'm very sure about it? So, if you're very sure about it, you can use these two phrases. 1, without a doubt. 2, with all seriousness. So, I have already discussed all seriousness. So, the next word is that without a doubt. Do you like to have pets? Without a doubt, I enjoy having pets. So without a doubt means for sure. So when you are very sure about your answer, then you can actually use the word for sure or these alternative synonyms. Remember, sure, for sure and yes are two different things. When you love it, you can say yes. When you are very serious about it, you can use this word in all seriousness or without a doubt. So as well as when you are actually looking to the answer no, no is just disagreeing with the question. Or when you are very serious with disagreeing the question, you can use the word never. Alright, so with this note, I'm just signing off for today. So I believe that this actually helps you a lot in clearing the IELTS speaking part 1. If you are someone who want to clear the IELTS in the first attempt itself, visit www.samielts.in or our team WhatsApp number 90431408444 to book a free demo. If you really like this video, please like, share and subscribe us. Also, never forget to follow us in the Instagram where you will get a daily dosage regarding to the IELTS exam. Thank you.